from winter to spring, it's not unusual for you to experience, a runny nose. You get kind of that dry cough. You just don't feel just quite right. But do you know what's causing it? Is it a common cold? Is it hay fever? Is it a combination of both? Well, this morning we are talking with Dr. Randall Cramer, primary care provider at Meritus Health Landmark. And thank you, first off, so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Talk to us first about what hay fever is. Let's hit that one first.
Sure. So hay fever is another term for it is allergic rhinitis, right? And it affects over 15 to 30% of the population.
Okay.
And hay fever typically is our immune system over-responding to a benign or non-lethal substance in the air that later causes a reaction that gives us symptoms like a common cold. And so that's why a lot of times during this season I'll have patients coming in saying, Dr. Cramer, I don't know if I'm having a cold or if I'm having allergies.
I'm catching something.
Right.
So what's the best way to treat hay fever?
So there's a lot of different options out there. I think the best treatment is trying to avoid the allergen, right?
Okay.
That is not always easy.
Yeah,
and
I was
it's not
going
always
to say,
practical.
if you can't be outside, if you're allergic to grass or
Right.
trees or something like that.
So we can start by trying to avoid our exposure, right? Even though it is beautiful and wonderful during the spring, close the windows, close the doors, putting in a good allergic certified filter in our home.
Okay.
Studies have shown that reducing humidity in our home, less than 55%, will reduce our hay fever symptoms. Sometimes wearing a mask that is N95 certified to reduce allergens getting in if we have to be outside.
Right.
But of course, there's over-the-counter medications, right? We got the tried and true antihistamines. We've got the nasal steroids like Flonase.
Right.
And those can both be...
That helps a lot. I actually just got turned on to that by my doctor, and that made a huge difference for me.
And that has become one of the first lines. The thing with nasal steroids is they have to be used regularly. Their peak effectiveness is around 6 weeks.
Okay.
And so if we only use it a couple times a week, no one's going to think that it's working.
Okay.
And then, of course, there are prescription medications that you can go and see your doctor about if over-the-counter is not helping. There's nasal sprays, eye drops, and either other oral medications that can be prescribed, especially if you have other complicated features like asthma.
So how can we tell the difference if it's hay fever versus actually something that we're really getting sick?
So a common cold is going to be caused by a virus, and you're going to have similar symptoms. Runny nose. A lot of times the runny nose is going to be thicker. You may start developing some color, but most typically you're going to have other symptoms such as a sore throat. You may have low-grade fever. You may have achiness.
Like body aches.
Right. Sometimes you'll feel fatigued even before the cold actually starts, where with hay fever, it's itchy throat, itchy nose, itchy eyes with thin, runny discharge. And you're not going to have the fever, and if you do have fatigue, it usually takes a few weeks before that affects you because it's affecting your sleep and your ability to function.
Right. What should folks do if they've tried the allergy medicine route and all of that, and it's still not, symptoms still aren't going away? Should they see their doctor?
You should absolutely consult your family doctor if you're having symptoms that are not going away with over-the-counter treatment. Your family doctor will be able to optimize your treatment, and after given a few trials, may be able to make the decision on, hey, let's go ahead and see a specialist, an allergist, and get some allergy testing done.
Awesome. Anything else people need to know that I haven't covered?
If you have associated sickness such as asthma with allergies, absolutely consult with your family doctor. But please, if you're not sure if you're having a cold or if it's allergies, come in and see them. They'll help you out.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. Great information. If you'd like to learn more about Meritus Health's primary care physicians, you can visit meritushealth.com/primary care. That's right. All right, I got it right. Let's go to Carly.